Hello, friends. I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. Today is M's birthday, so happy birthday to my wonderful fiance, M. She's amazing, an amazing woman. Um, uh, yeah, my brain is. I've had a very busy morning, a very busy morning. Lots of meetings and research and all that sort of stuff, and that goes along with not a great night's sleep. And I need to know that I'm not alone in the way that my brain works. Pretty sure I'm not, but I don't know. Maybe I am. I get obsessed with things. I think that we've all made that clear over the years that I get obsessed with things. But uh, in particular, problems. I obsess over problems. Not in a anxiety way. I'm not anxious about problems. In a if it's a problem I don't know how to solve, I can't let it go. And that's a problem as a software developer because what a software developer does is solve problems. And it means that I have a very hard time turning off. And last night was one of those nights. I'm tackling for the side job, Component Studio. I'm tackling a pretty complex situation. I don't want to get into technical details, but it's a problem that on the surface, as a user, seems like just a normal, oh, that just does that. But from a programming standpoint, I actually still, I've been working on this particular feature, UI, building that out, all that sort of stuff is part of it. But I've been working on the actual like programmatic structure to make this thing work for days now, and I still don't understand how to make it work. There are parts of the problem that I can't wrap my head around. I have modeled this problem in like 4 or 5 different ways. I've physically tried to figure out how do I manipulate this data in a logical way that's not recursive. It's this problem. And so yesterday was my birthday. I worked on this problem until about I don't know what time. We went to dinner last night. It was, I worked on it up until we went to dinner. We went out and I wanted fried chicken. There's a place in town that I really like their fried chicken, so we went there. I was thinking about it the entire time we were sitting there. I was thinking, I got home, decided I'm not going to work on it tonight. I'm just going to chill. I chilled with Em and Roland on the couches. We just kind of hung out together. And I went to bed last night and I fell asleep. Okay, I was thinking about the problem, trying to fall asleep. But then I woke up at 2, still thinking about the problem. I woke up at 3, still thinking about the problem. Thought I had a solution, took a note in my phone that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Woke up again at 5:30, tried to get back to sleep for a little bit. I think I finally got up at like 6:15 and just admitted defeat and got coffee. Worked on the problem, modeled the problem again in a different way in my notes before my day job, and now I've been on day job all morning doing meetings and lots of stuff going on there. And the entire time I'm in these meetings, my brain is thinking about this problem and how the hell I'm going to solve it. I have no clue how I'm going to solve it. I still don't have a full concept of how it could work, is the problem. And boy, is that fun, let me tell you. That's my brain, and I've said many times that problem solving is like my favorite thing in the world. It's what I love to do. I love to solve other people's problems. When it comes to my own problems like this is just like, I got to get this out of my head somehow. Usually, as we've talked in the past, I will write it down, and that's how I get it out of my head. In this case, I've written it down 4 different ways, and I still can't get it out of my head because none of those 4 ways work. They all miss 1 or 2 or 3. They all miss some part of the problem. And I don't have a full solution for the whole problem. And maybe this situation is I need to have 4 different solutions, but I don't know what that looks like, to be honest with you. I have no clue what that looks like. So it's a bit of a mess. I'm a bit scattered on this one, and my brain is a bit scattered, which makes everything a little bit more difficult. Thankfully, the work problem that I'm encountering today, we have to have some stuff working by next week. Thankfully, I think that problem is distracting me from the side job problem. So maybe I will be able to, you know, just forget about it for tonight and celebrate M's birthday with her and you know, have a good time. Or maybe I won't, and I'll just obsess over this all week. I don't know. We'll see. But whew, it's tiring. It's tiring to have your brain just constantly in overdrive trying to figure out a solution. You know, I used to obsess that way about like any problem. So knowing that, you know, my car's oil change is due and I haven't taken it yet, I would constantly worry about it. Or knowing that my registration is, you know, those kind of things, it would be this constant worry. It wasn't how do I solve the problem? I knew how to solve the problem. I just hadn't solved it yet, or I wasn't able to solve it yet because I didn't have the money or I didn't have the whatever. And so that was a completely different type of obsession. That was stress that made me want to just give up. The obsession with the problem at the side job is the kind of stress that makes me want to just keep going. Like, it's the exciting, I don't know how I'm going to solve this, let's plow through and figure it out. And that's the interesting, like, whoa, I don't know what's happening right now. Hopefully, the work problem will get it out of my head. Or I can talk to somebody today who can help me figure this out, because I've tried to rubber duck with M over this week about it, and we haven't come up with a solution either. So, boy, oh boy. Tell me I'm not alone. Do you get stuck on problems like this, especially if you're a developer, and they just wake you up in the middle of the night? I don't like being woke up. When I woke up at 5:30 and fell back asleep, I ended up having what I called a nightmare, and it was that somebody had hacked my phone and taken over my Google account, and I was locked out of everything. That was weird. Don't know where that came from. It's not like I've watched that on any movies or whatever recently. That's what my brain came up with at 5:30 after thinking about this stupid problem all night. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. Thank you for letting me vent and listening to my nonsense. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know sounds smart is potentate. It is a noun meaning a powerful dictator, king, leader, or ruler. Much feared potentate Victor von Doom ruled Latveria with an iron fist. Potentate. Potentate. That's how that pronunciation key says to say that. Potentate. But that doesn't... Potentate. That just doesn't even sound like a good word. I don't like it.